What up, y'all? It's your boy Martin, aka the Boxing Purist. Welcome once again to the Truth and Absolute channel, where we speak the truth on any subject that I touch on, and nothing but the truth, so help me good God Almighty. All right, y'all, so it is fight week. We are just 4 days away from the mega fight between Saul Canelo Alvarez and Jermell Charlo. All right, y'all, I feel like the time flew by. I mean, do y'all remember when we thought it was going to be Jermell Charlo? Out of nowhere, it was a Friday. I forget what time it was, and all of a sudden, Jermell Charlo, undisputed versus undisputed, right? 154 Charlo against Canelo Alvarez. And at the time, it seemed so far away. I think we were just trying to look for the good in the fight, right? Look for the good in the fight. It was so far away. At that time, we weren't sure about the size. We were thinking Canelo was going to fight a smaller dude. We were waiting. Finally, when they had their face-off in the press conferences, we realized that Canelo is the smaller dude going up against big Jermell Charlo. So it is fight week, and I got to say, I'm real excited for this one. I'm super excited because at the time, I think our expectations were everywhere else. You know what I'm saying? Is he going to fight Benavidez? Is he going to fight Jermell Charlo? Will Bivol give Canelo the rematch at 175? Well, those things didn't happen yet, but nonetheless, we got Jermell Charlo stepping up to the plate, Mr. Undisputed at 154, challenging Canelo for his belts at 168. Now, the fight is closer, and I must say, it's a whole different build-up, a whole different vibe with this fight than I originally thought was going to be when they first announced the fight. We all know that Charlo has always been really vocal about Canelo, right? I mean, he's always gave Canelo his props, but he's always had something to say on the back end about it, right? You know, I could beat Canelo, you know, Canelo this, Canelo that. But he showed him his respect. A little trash talking, ain't nothing wrong with it. Let's not be sensitive now. On the other hand, Canelo, he was just, you know, Canelo's sitting at the top, people jabbing at his name, but Canelo's not one to take away from someone's fight game, right? He might question people's resume when they're talking about comparing him or who the new face of boxing is, or does this person deserve a fight with him? He might be like, well, yo, listen, I work 40-hour work weeks. You want me to come down and fight a 20-hour work week? You say what you want, bro. That's all it is. That's what it is, right? You get to call them shots. Anyway, so we got over the other stuff, and now here we are, fight week, Canelo versus Charlo. How do y'all see this fight coming down? I see this fight happening in a few ways. You know, I talked to a couple of my dudes that actually know the sport, that actually like boxing more than just a casual fan, and I got a lot of mixed things. This is the one I don't get. For whatever reason, I got a few guys that are not giving Jermell Charlo a chance at beating Canelo, to the point that they're not watching the All Access on Showtime because they feel that Canelo's gonna just run through Jermell. Listen. I've been watching Canelo for a long time. I've been watching Jermell for a long time. I don't know how you could not think that Jermell Charlo has a chance against Canelo. First of all, why is it that sometimes we even throw a puncher's chance out the window? I don't understand it, yo. This is boxing. I've had fights where I was certain one guy was going to win for various reasons, and the guy ends up getting beat. You just never, ever know in boxing. You can make predictions, as I'm doing now, or as we talk about at the barbershop or anywhere, but you don't know for certain. But to count someone completely out, why? My personal opinion, it's a lot of people that, you know, these dudes are just kind of sour that Canelo's not fighting Benavidez right now. That, you know, therefore, it's kind of like the Bivol fight. Bivol doesn't have a chance. I'm sitting there like, are you what? Jermell. Now, of course, there's advantages for Canelo Alvarez in this fight, right? One, let's talk about the size. Jermell is the naturally bigger guy in this fight. However, he's fighting at a weight class, 2 weight classes above him, right? So he's probably sparred at this weight, right? He's probably worked out at this weight, trying to make weight and to get into fighting shape. But a 14-pound difference in a fight of this magnitude changes a lot of things. First of all, you're in the ring fighting at 168, 14 pounds heavier than what you're used to fighting at. That's an improvement in muscle mass, all-around mass. It's a whole different ballgame. Is your power still going to be there? We would love to assume that you're bigger, so your power is going to be there. Maybe you'll be able to take shots a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? Maybe your power, And how you deliver that power, maybe a different. However, it could affect your speed. It could affect how mobile you're used to being in that ring. Now, when you drop your speed a couple of notches in what you're used to, it could affect how you fight in that ring. Now, we know Jermell Charlo could box. Lately, we've been seeing that Jermell likes to kind of bang it out, right? We see that Derek James, the trainer, he added that arsenal to Jermell's game where he goes and he gets knockouts, which is super entertaining. But I'm thinking, will Jermell get sucked into doing that with Canelo? If he does, in my opinion, that would not be a smart move because Canelo is deadly when you're inside with him. I think Jermell's going to be mobile on him. Long story short, Jermell has a chance in this fight. Let's not count the guy out, nor downplay this fight simply because we're upset that Canelo's not fighting a certain dude, right? On Canelo's end. Now, y'all been watching the 24/7s. You guys have been watching, not the 24/7, the All Access 24/7, old school HBO. Where y'all at? Y'all remember? And one thing that Canelo said was about his hand. It feels a lot better than in the last Ryder fight. It did affect his training, is what he said. Now, I said it on another video. I'll give Canelo the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? In his performance against Ryder, I haven't really heard him speak on that, but he said that having a messed up hand right after surgery did mess up his training camp, which I'll give him the benefit of the doubt on this one. I'm not one to go in a fighter saying, oh, this happened in camp, this happened in camp, this happened in camp. On this one, because of Canelo's character, I'll let him have this one. This is one thing about the Ryder fight, too. When you are a fighter like Canelo, and you're used to fighting champion after champion, big name after big name after big name, and all of a sudden you want to do a homecoming fight in Mexico, which is cool, right? A homecoming fight is cool, but I would like to assume that it's not the same as fighting in one of the big stadiums here in the U.S., right? You got the lights, you got the camera, you're on top of the world when you're fighting here in the USA. You know what I'm saying? So, to get that motivated to fight a John Ryder in Mexico, even though it's a homecoming fight, I would like to say that anticipation, the excitement, the dog in you doesn't fully come out. I would like to say that. However, you could feel a certain way and deliver something totally different, right? I mean, you could also buy into your own hype that, yo, I'm rested this time. Yo, my hand is 100% this time. Yo, I'm able to train. I'm about to show these people, and then get inside the ring and not quite get there. But who knows? Canelo hasn't shown that yet. He looked good in his last fights. You know what I'm saying? He lost to Bivol, but I mean, Bivol's a great champion. We can't take nothing away nor downplay that win. Canelo got beat, but he was Canelo in there. Yeah, he chose to go vegan, but that's a personal choice on Canelo when he fought Bivol. That's a training camp decision that he made. No excuses there. So jumping into this fight, he looks motivated. He's used to fighting at 168. He likes fighting dudes that are a little bit taller than him. We'll see how this goes in there. And he's fighting at his weight. We'll see how the fight goes. In my personal opinion, I think that Jermell Charlo is going to jump up to a quick start. I think that Jermell is going to take the first 2, maybe even 3 rounds. I think what's going to happen once Jermell gets comfortable in there, once he realizes he could touch Canelo, notice I said touch, not hit, touch Canelo, that he's going to want to challenge himself, that Jermell is going to want to challenge himself in that ring and possibly have moments where he tries to trade it out with Canelo and bang it out. Now, like I said, that would not be a smart move. At the same time, what Jermell needs to recognize is that unless it's a Floyd Mayweather type performance against Canelo, you're not going to win a decision against Canelo. If it's going to be something that only boxing purists pay attention to, how you're jabbing, how you're slipping and getting away, it has to be 100% visible to everyone, or you're not going to get the nod against Canelo. Let's just keep it real. It's not going to happen. So, final prediction on my end. I feel like the fight starts off, like I said, Jermell winning the first 3 rounds or so. After that, I feel like Canelo starts to put it on and put it on and put it on. Y'all got to remember, Canelo's going to be working to the body against Jermell. He's going to be hitting the arms. He's going to be hitting the body. And it's going to be shots that Jermell is not used to because he's fighting a 168 fighter that's been fighting at 168, who could hit you with both hands, who's quick, who's defensively sound. And I think as the fight progresses, probably around 8 or 9, at that point, I feel like Jermell is going to be on the backslide now. I feel like at that point, he might be fighting to survive. Not counting him out. I think he's going to have successful rounds. But how I see the fight playing out with the body shots, with the pressure that Canelo could put on you as you're coming at him, I think that the roles reverse. I'm looking for Canelo to win 10th, maybe 11th round stoppage. I see it playing out a lot like the Caleb Plant fight with a little bit more trades, you know what I'm saying? Exchanges in the middle of the ring. We shall see. Nonetheless, I'm expecting a good fight. I'm expecting a real good fight. So let me know what y'all think, man. Drop a comment down below. If you're subscribed to the channel, I appreciate you. God bless you. If you're not subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It's not like it costs any money, and you're showing all the love in the world. Hit that like button. Drop a comment down below. I love engaging with you guys. We're almost there, y'all. Much love to y'all. Enjoy your day. God bless. Peace.